Hello guys, Insane Gorilla here and welcome back to my channel. This is going to be another part 7 to What If Deku Was a Fallen. The next one will be What If Bell was the son of a warden and a peacekeeper. Part 3 I think, I'll have to double check on that one. But a little bit of disclaimer, this will have a very unique twist to this at the end. So please, if you do not like it, type down in the comments below, and I will, when I come back up to doing Deco What Ifs again, after the other videos, I will redo it, and try and make it a little bit better. But if you do like it, please also let me know, and I'll continue on with the story. So, where we last left off is that Deku just left with his group, as the Guardians group showed up. And they all said, well, in a group, sort of talking way, that the Fallen had disappeared. It looked like they had literally just vanished into thin air before they arrived. The ghosts all saying, it looks like a skiff left northwest. So that must have been where they were heading. With them getting communications from all over, some saying that the city is still in a very good defensive position, but there is a lot of fallen chatter. As well, they're needed back ASAP. With, well, a lot of them going. Well, with the entire group going, is one of them would say, why would there be a lot of fallen chatter? Are they up to something again? Is, well, Ida, as a Titan, take off his helmet, revealing Ida, as he would say, Momo, it's the Fallen. They're always up to something. With the Hunter turning up after removing his helmet and his hoodie, revealing Kirishima, as he would just say, well, duh. We're always on the hunt for these Fallen, trying to stop them from doing something stupid. And plus, ain't you Titans always meant to be guarding the walls, along with the Warlocks? I know we've been working together for some time, but still, you should really be paying more attention to the walls than anything else, like Commander Zavala says. With Ida just saying, I prefer to be out here like you hunters. I prefer to nail the enemies, well, knock the enemies' heads off with my feet, or with my legs, than anything else. I don't want to be guarding the walls all the time. With Momo just saying, you sound like the Daybreakers. I'm surprised you don't have their fire power that they usually use. Unlike that one guy. Ugh, I hate him with an absolute passion. Who? Who do you think? The next Vanguard member. As well, we skip a few hours ahead, where, well, Uraraka is scouting out an area from the skiff. As she would, well, do a quick loop and head back and, well, find some more tracks of Fallen. As, well, it's been a few hours, so yeah, since they landed. Landed quickly to get fuel. And she bump into Deku. As she would just say, ah, Deku, good. You're here. What do these tracks look like to you? As he would look at the tracks, he'll just say, Fallen. more elixir. You found anything of greater concern other than scavenging fallen? Hmm? As she would just say, don't get a snarky attitude. Yes, I found something else. Follow me. And she would, well, walk to a tree, stand underneath it, put one, just lift up her leg and put it next to a tree, as she would use one of her lower arms as she would point up, as she would also put one of her other fingers to her mouth, saying, quiet, up there. As, well, Deku and Uraraka would look up, as something would look down at them. As then this guy would, well, whoever it is, would start jumping through the trees, as Uraraka and Deku start chasing him. As then he would stop, or this guy would stop, turn around, and start firing into the trees. As he would, well, nick Deku's lower two arms and one of his legs, while he would actually get a full-on good 2 shots in Uraraka. One in the upper arm, and one in her, well, kneecap. I used to be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee, but instead of an arrow, it's a bullet. That's one Skyrim reference, but not the bullet part. As, well, Deku would run up to her, see if she's alright, as he would just completely ignore, well, the Guardian. And by the way, if you don't recognise this guy, it's Mason. From my Hive What If that I am no longer going to do, because I cannot come up with anything. As, well, he would run off, not really caring, considering that Deku and Uraraka weren't really firing at him, they were just chasing him. But he didn't realise that they were not firing. As he would just continue running away, with Uraraka sort of grunting in pain, saying, "Oh, that guy was a good shot. Got me in the upper arm and lower leg. Correction, Uraraka. It's your kneecap, as the humans would call them. Oh, great. How long will I be out for? You'll be out for some time. Bullet wounds like this," as he would point to a knee, "take time to heal. You'll be able to move, just not with your leg out of action. Your other arms are fine. It's your legs. That leg is the problem." "Fine. Ow. Oof. Help me up." "Sure." As he would pick her up from one of her arms, or from both of her arms that are closest to him, as he would put two of her arms around him, saying, "You're acting as my crutch for a bit. Let's get back to camp. Hopefully that Guardian, or whoever." Most probably wasn't a Guardian, but hey, let's just hope that one doesn't call in the Guardians. As they wobble all the way back to their base of operations. And sorry guys, I was trying not to yawn. With, well, 3 weeks passing by, as they move on to another base location, as they still try to find a stable area to live. As well, Deku goes on for a long scouting trip, as Uraraka eventually got better during the days he was gone, because he did say he would be gone for a while when they had the conversation. And after the few days, he comes back, as Uraraka greets him, while she's looking after some of the 3 hatchlings with Mira. But before he could say anything, they get a word saying, "Hello there." Obi-Wan Kenobi reference also, as everybody would look around to see three Guardians. As Deku, Uraraka, and everybody else would get into a combat stance, pulling out all their guns. Even the servitor gets out of the skiff as he starts whirling up. As well, Ida puts his hands up, saying, "Whoa, whoa, 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 easy, easy. We're not here to kill you. We're here to talk." With Shoto, Todoroki, and not Darby, Toya, both keeping their weapons up. As then they recognize the three individuals, as they would just say, "You, you are the three that helped us with the rest of your species against the hive. Yes, we've come with Kirishima nodding, saying, "That's us. So you guys are the Fallen, the friendliest Fallen we've ever seen so far. I believe all of you dumped your house colours, then left to go with House of Exiles, that for some odd reason appeared to save you." As well, Kaminari would, not Kaminari, yeah, Kirishima, sorry, that's who I was thinking of, would look slightly lean to the side as he would see, well, three crypts. As he could see, well, small hands. As he would say in his helmet, saying, "They've got children here. Better keep an eye on them. They might do something rash to protect them." As well, Deku would go over to the hatchlings, as he would look down at all three of them, as one of them would actually start standing, as he would say, "Little one, standing, waiting for others to stand." As well, Mira would walk out of her little hutch, or house of sorts, as she would see the Guardians, as she would run over to the hatchlings, grabbing them all and taking them back into her house, as she would barricade it, saying, "I will keep the hatchlings safe. Just get them out of here." As Uraraka would just say, "Mira, they're friends. They're friendly, not killers." As Mira will say that to the last one who attacked. There's a reason why I am only one with daughter left." As, by the way, her daughter has also started walking. As Uraraka would say, "But Mira, they are not the one you speak of. The one I speak of, Captain Uraraka, is a monster that calls himself a name that I wish never to speak again. Because the last time I spoke of its name, it appeared and massacred the rest of my house." As well, the everybody would stare at each other for a bit, as then they would all look at the Guardians, who are, well, standing there scratching their heads. Literally in Kirishima's case, because he took off his helmet again. As he would look to Momo and Tenya Ida, And he would just say, do you two know what she's talking about? What she's talking about? And they would say, no, we do not. And I doubt she would want to say what's on her mind. Anyway, guys, gotta go. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, as I was saying, as everybody just says what was on her mind, with the, well, whole group sort of discussing it, as, well, a few hours later, they all start sitting around a small bonfire, as the, well, servitor flies over and starts giving all the Elixir some ether, including Uraraka to help her finish, well, healing from the bullet wounds in her arm and leg. With Kaminari, no, Kirishima, sorry, sort of asking what makes servitors so special. I know that they give you your ether and that, but. And they do sometimes fight, but other than that, I don't know what else they do. With the servitor saying, well, we cook food, we make everything, we sometimes have to help out with the hatchlings. Other than that, we just sit around and look pretty. What do you think we do, you smart ass? Obviously being very sarcastic. With Kirishima and Momo and Tenya Ida all sort of being very surprised that a servitor can actually talk. With the servitor sort of saying, of course I can talk. I'm just upgraded to talk. Not going to say why, but hey, details. That way I don't have to have a splice of bloody talk to me all the time. As well. Well, after a few more months have passed, with Tenya Ida, Momo, and all that leaving, after Deku told them about the one that they saw, which they said, oh, that's Mason. He is a bit jumpy. As well, they said that we'll go and find him and talk to him. As well, they all get back on the skiff and leave. Once again, as Deku simply says, alright guys, I've found us a place to settle down for good this time. With Toya sort of bringing up a question saying, but didn't you say we should always be moving around, Deku? As Uraraka would sort of lean forward and say, well, technically, yes, we always need to keep on moving around, but if we can find a place that is remote, unconquered by the Hive or the Fallen, we could set up a base camp there. Start doing things our way. Let's just hope we don't run into any unpleasant wildlife or unpleasant encounters. With Mira just saying, what, like bears or something? Vildaraka saying, no, I'm talking about hostile guardians who would care less for us and just kill us like any other beast in this world. I miss Reese. I really do miss Reese. And if you don't know what Reese is, it's the Elixir homeworld. As well, and that goes to show how old Uraraka is, if she can remember that. With, well, everybody's sort of talking still, as well, the servitor comes back on again, saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. We are about to land in destination screwed up. Why the hell were we told to come here? So be ready for a not so soft landing, because we're out of fuel. Brace for impact in 5, 4, 3, 2, nah, just kidding. on prepare for landing. As well, everybody sort of gets out as as the well servitor gets out, saying, "I hope you all enjoyed Sarcastic Airways." With Deku coming along and smacking the thing on the side with his gun, with his gun, as he would just shout, saying, "Stop trying to be so sarcastic. We love you, we really do, but stop it with the sarcasm. You scared us all. Hell, you even made the hatchlings scared." And yes, during that time, all three hatchlings started walking. They can't hold guns, so yeah. As well, the servitor says, "Sorry, but I can't help it. It's the way I was programmed." With Deku just sighing, saying, "Whatever." As they all start setting up a base camp, and yes, they are in a factory of sorts. As they all start setting it all up, bringing down a lot of scrap, hooking up the servitor to a power generator to make more ether that somehow is still operational. As this servitor would just say, "Well, Operation Effed Up Town is a go." As Deku would hit it again, saying, "Shut up. Jesus Christ. For the love of the great machine, just shut your bloody stupid glowhole mouth, would you?" As the servitor would just say, "Someone's in a grump again." As well, the servitor would look up to see, well, a little blue eye. As the servitor will say, "Blue eyeball looking at me." As Deku would turn around, saying, "What blue eyeball? There's nothing here." As he would get back to work, with, well, the servitor still looking at the blue eye. As it would blink, and the servitor would start trying to shake all the stuff off of him that Deku's put on. As he would just then shout, "Little blue eyeball upstairs looking at me. Please go and find out what it truly is, because I'm getting scared." As Deku would just turn around, turn to him, saying, "For the love of the traveller, for the love of the great machine, once again, shut up before I pull the power off of you, so you can shut down for good. Shut up." As he would finish hooking him in, saying, "Right, now make us some ether, and I'll go and see a little problem." As he would walk off, as, well, this ghost would just blink away to the outside where, well, Mason is. As the ghost, well, as Mason would say, "Hope, you good?" As he would just say, yes, Guardian, I'm good. Got spotted by a servitor. But this servitor could talk. Well, this could be interesting. Will I go in there and get rid of these guys so we can take it? No, these guys seem different somehow. What do you mean? As they would hear, "See, servitor, there's nothing here. I've just checked where it all was. There's absolutely nothing. Uraraka will be here in a few minutes to give you stuff to make ether for us all. So please, shut up. Stop complaining. I'm going to check on the hatchlings." As well, Mason hides along with Hope as they watch Deku walk out. Be aware he is still wearing armor. And they have already made some lodgings for themselves. As, well, Mason follows him, along with Hope, that then vanishes to go inside of his guardian so he doesn't get shot. As they all, well, as Mason, as the ghost then appears around a corner, well, through a door, as he sees Deku, as he's actually on comms to somebody, as they can see, well, 3 crypts again, with 3 hatchlings, as they all are actually standing, with Mason sort of saying, "So they've got children here. Ghost, when this guy leaves, going in there to have a closer look at him. Are you sure, Guardian?" "I am sure as honey on toast." "Guardian, that is just disgusting." "What? Bees make honey. Talking about that kind of honey, not anything else." "I know, Guardian, but on toast? I'd much prefer you to have it with waffles." "I'll have it with waffles when I get back to the city." "Thank you, Guardian. Don't mention it." "Sourpuss. Seriously? Stop doing that." "What?" As well, they'll continue watching Deku. And by the way, this is them whispering to a very low degree. As well, the hatchlings go to sleep as Deku walks through a door into a different area. As they hear as a door locking, as Mason would walk in, as he would sneak up to the hatchlings, as he would look over all 3 of them, making a little noise, but a little noise that Deku ignored, as he would look down at them, as all 3 of them had their eyes closed. As the ghost would come out, saying, "These are young fallen. Really young. They're approaching 1 years old, all of them. Guardian, do you know what this means?" As the ghost looks over to Mason, as Mason just simply looks at them without saying a word. As the ghost would nudge him, saying, "Guardian, did you hear what I said?" "Yeah, Ghost, I heard what you said. By the way, you named me Hope, not Ghost. Sorry, sorry. Sorry, Hope. Sorry." How do you think these guys are born? They're not born normally. Sure, they have a mother and father, but sometimes it can be 2 mothers. Or just a single mother. It's entirely un, un, it's entirely unknown how they're truly born, but the paracausal nature. As as they start to grow, they get armor that sort of hardens. Well, skin that hardens to look like armor. That's just their normal skin. The older they get, the tougher it gets. So, how old are these guys? They're all pretty much nearly 1 years old. 2 days' time, they'll be 1. Literally 1 year old. All 3 of them. Do you want to go far away? Watch over this place? No, Guardians. Too risky. If another fallen group finds us, we're good as dead. Well, you're good as dead, I'll just have to hide until everybody's gone. But knowing fallen, they won't stop shooting until your whole entire body's turned to ash. Thanks, Ghost. Thanks. That is really, really helpful. But answer me this. What do you see in these 3? What do I see? Yeah. Don't know. I see the hope for species in these guys. So What? Saddened for the fallen? I respect the fallen. The fallen have lost so much more than what we have. Think about it, Guardian. How would you feel if you lost Earth and had to go to a foreign world? Alright, Ghost, I get the picture. I get the picture. But these guys don't know anything but this world. True. It looks like they're, well, silent for now, but when they wake up, they will hear something. Or if they hear something, Guardian, they'll wake up and alert him. As well, they continue watching them for a bit. The ghost then says, "We've had enough time here. We really need to go. We can't afford to wait here much longer." Kirishima, Momo, and Taniida are waiting for us at the rendezvous point. They asked us just to look in on this place, just to make sure that no fallen are here. But if we tell them that it's the same group we saw, they may not come over here. They may see it as a good thing to leave us alone. Or they may come over here to see how we're doing, considering everybody knows that we're friendly here. Or these guys know that those three are friendly. We're not so friendly because we shot at them, so they'll treat us with a little bit more hostility. As they will leave, as they hear, "Well, I came here to find Fallen, and I found Guardian instead." As they first stop what they're doing, as they look over to see a guy with purple highlights and white armor, as Mason would sort of say to him, because they're far enough away, not too far away, as he would just say, "Who are you?" "A guardian does not know my name. I am so sad." As the ghost would just pop up saying, "Oh no, it's Saint 14. Ah, little blue light. It seems at least something knows of my most generous of offers. I hunt the fallen. I saw the skiff and decided to follow. Got to admit, it didn't take me long to find. A pity. You didn't seem to attack them, you seem to have left them alone. That will not do, Guardian. You must kill the fallen." "Listen, Saint, there are. I don't care what you say, little ghost. The fallen must die. I have seen what they have done to our people. Some humans they have taken to turn into ether, and that I will not forgive them for. Now move aside." As you try to barge past, as Mason put up his rifle, saying, "Don't do this, Saint 14. With Saint just retorting, saying, "You dare put a gun up to a superior? How foolish." As he would actually grab Mason's gun, throw it aside, pull out his shotty, and kill him. As he would just wake up everybody as Deku would run out. As he would see Mason on the floor with Saint standing over him. As he would just say, "Ghoul! Hostile ghoul!" As Saint would look over to him, saying, "Ah, Fallen that could actually speak English, or speak Russian." Because remember, they're in old Russia. As Deku would speak in Russian again, saying, "Why come here, Guardian? We are not hostile. We have done nothing to you." With Saint saying, with Odoraka coming out at the same time, saying, "I do not care. Fallen are fallen. All of you deserve to die." As he would cock his shotgun, with Deku shooting at him along with Odoraka. As, well, Saint would get tagged, but managed to hit Uraraka in her lower arm, blowing one of her her lower arm off with a single shot from the shotty. As Deku would then rugby tackle him away from Uraraka, sending him down a hill as Mira walk out with all the hatchlings, along with Shoto, and Toya. Yeah, I forgot to say there are a few more people there with them as well, who they picked up along the way. I will not say who they are just yet, because I haven't come up with names for them. As he would just turn around to them all, saying, "Go! Get out of here! Run and hide! Unplug the servitor and get going! I was wrong. This place was supposed to be safe for hatchlings." With Uraraka saying, "Do not do this, this is an order." With, Mira saying, "We got to go. Now!" Dragging her away. As he would then get jumped on by Saint. As he would say, "So you want to give time for your friends to run, huh? Too bad, I am not that easy of a hunter to get rid of." As, those two will continue having a scrap. Saint still firing his shotgun, with Deku firing his rifle at him. Both of them sort of circling each other. As Saint says, "I got to admit, this is a lot more fun than I thought. You do know how to put a guardian through his paces." As Deku would just say, "I put one of you down before, but didn't final kill them, because I saw something in them. So, you think you can still kill me? I am Saint 14. As Saint would actually charge directly at Deku, with Deku sort of trying to fire, but his gun jams, as he then uses his gun as a club. With Saint actually grabbing it, throwing it aside, then kicking him to the ground. Then all you can hear is a boom. As, a few minutes away, Uraraka heard a bang, and nothing else. As she looked on top of a tree to see a small balcony, as she, not a balcony, like a tree house, as she scrambled up there, pulled out some binoculars, as she just sees what happened, as she quickly scrambles down the tree, as she runs towards the others. As she gets to the others, they ask her what's wrong, as she would just say, It's nothing. I'm fine. The ghoul's dead, but we're not going back. Ghouls don't stay down for long." As Mira would say, "That was Saint 14. He's the one who killed the rest of my house. He killed everyone. Suggestion: we get out of here. We leave. We never come back to this place. Ever again. We go over to the old place. Somewhere with a lot of water nearby. So we don't have to see this Saint 14 again. We need to get Skiff back. We failed to get on Skiff." As Uraraka would just hear Todoroki and Toya arguing. As, they would hear crying from the hatchlings, with Mira trying to calm the hatchling down, as it would just continuously cry. The servitor tried to give the hatchlings of ether, which it did do, but it still wouldn't calm down. Eventually, Uraraka gets a hold of it after everybody tries to calm the hatchling down. As Uraraka picks it up, as she realizes that it's a female. As she would say, "This one, female. I call this one, Inko." As, well, they, see as the hatchling starts calming down, as she looks straight into Uraraka's eyes, as Uraraka looks straight into hers, as she sort of taps Uraraka on her chest, as Uraraka would hold her close, saying, "You feel pain, little one, as do I." As, well, Uraraka holds on to Inko tighter, as, well, Mira walks up, still shaking, saying, "What else did you find when you went scouring up the tree? Don't think I didn't see you do that. And I will not stop until you tell me the truth. Is the saint truly dead?" As Uraraka would just say, "No, he's not truly dead." "Where is Deku? He should be here by now." He 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 went a different way. Don't worry, he'll most probably try and find us again. Don't worry, Miri, he'll find us. "I hope you are right, Uraraka, because I'd hate to know that you lied to me." "I'll only lie if it's for a good reason." As Uraraka would say, "Hell." Well, in her mind would say, "I hate doing this to you, Mira, because you've proven to be a very good woman, or a very good elixir, but I'm sorry, I can't tell you the truth. But when everybody's asleep, I will go back there and say my piece." As, well, she would lead everybody away. As, well, the saint would get back up, as he would shout, "Ouch! Oh, shoot me straight in the face. Wow, talk about a crack shot." As he would pull out his ghost, as his ghost would just say, "Saint, was that really necessary?" "Don't argue with me, little light. My little friend. The fallen deserve death." "Not all fallen. Come on, look at him. He wasn't trying to kill you. He was trying to hold you off. You holding me off is still trying to kill. If he didn't want to kill, he should have just stood there and let you kill him. It's not about life or death all the time. The city hasn't had any problems with the fallen just yet. Okay, yes, we had problems with them once, but that's before we even had the walls up. Perhaps it's time for you to go back to the city and see it." "Perhaps I will, after all the fallen are dead and destroyed and dead and gone. Saint, there are thousands upon trillions of fallen. Then my work will never cease. But this one said some things during our fight. He didn't kill the Guardian, give it its final death, because he saw something in the Guardian. Perhaps he saw something in you. That's why he wasn't trying to kill you. Perhaps, little ghost. And by the way, sorry about the image that I'm using for the ghost again. As he would say, come, let's go in different direction. The fallen, it's already been 5 days since you resurrected me again. The fallen are long gone, and the tracks are long destroyed, most probably by other wildlife. Saint, I'm gonna ask you this. How much do you hate the fallen? I hate them enough. And that's all I need to say. But tell me, my little friend, what else did you notice about that one? He had no house colors. All apart from that one with the hatchlings, as she calls them. The hatchlings who die next. Saint, do you recognize the colors? I do. I saw the house, her house, and destroyed it. She managed to survive and fled to the moon. If it wasn't for the curfew of not going to the moon, I would have gone there chasing her down. But hey, I cannot argue with the consensus. Only Osiris can do that, and he is gone investigating the hive, or the Vex, as he calls them. But come on, Saint, you gotta be. No more buts, little friend. I am doing what I do because I must. I am not the villain in this story. To the fallen, you are a villain. As well. The saint will continue walking off, and after he left, Urdaraka returned. As, well, she had found who she was looking for. As she would, well, bend down, go down on her hands and knees, as she would look at him. Well, look at whatever she was looking for. As she would, well, bend down even further with her hands, as she would pick up a necklace. As it had a locket on it. One with a the lever on it. One that you can just push down. You guys should know what I'm talking about. As she would press it, press the little locket button, as it would open up. As she would see what's inside it, as she would close it up, and, well, wear it, put it over her head, while taking off her helmet, so, yeah. You should take it off, put the necklace on, put her helmet back on, and she would actually hold it close to her heart. As she would then grab some sort of sloped object and she would start digging. As, well, she gets startled by somebody saying, "So, you're not the only one who came back here." As she'd turn around to see Mason, as she would also see the ghost as well. As she would say, You're the one who shot me." As he would put his hand up to his lips, saying, "Quiet! Do you really want Saint 14 to come back here?" Honestly, I couldn't stop him. He killed me long before he started fighting your friend. As the ghost come out again, saying, "I'm so sorry, ma'am. He must have been a very good guy for you to be very upset about his death." With Odaraka looking away, saying, "He was more than my friend. Well, I never knew his true feelings about me, but I wanted to be a little bit more than just friends, than a captain and a vandal. You wanted to be lovers? I always loved him, ever since we were little." As she would find somewhere to sit, as she would just sit down, as she would regale him the story. Long ago, when him and I were little, I could always see through his little acts of toughness. He was always a strong willed individual, but he always loved to hang out with others. He hung out with me a very long time, and his ways were of looking at things rubbed off on me. As we became older, we, well, we were always inseparable, because I was glued to him more than he was glued to me. I would always stand up for him, only for him to push me down and say, "No, I will deal with this myself." As, again, we got older, we got into our small adult lives. I already became a vandal by then. We were 2 years apart in years, but I always loved him. No, change that, sorry. We were 2 weeks apart from each other in years. In the years. When I went to started working as a drag, 2 weeks passed, and he started working as a drag. I made it to Vandal, he stayed as a drag. When I became a captain, he became a drag still. It came clear to me that somebody dedicated their lives to keeping him down. And when I finally confronted him, I then realized somebody was standing next to him. The now Kell of Red Hearts. A weak and pathetic woman, not so strongly willed. Always shoved him down, always looked down at him as if he was nothing but an insignificant dust ball. Withered husk. One that needs to be crushed. She kept all the ether for herself. The captains were weak. The barons were kinda strong. But she grew fat from her own ether supply. To her, ether is only for her and her alone. But when her mother was alive, she couldn't get all the ether for herself. She had to share it. And that's something she never wanted to do. Eventually, before more hatchlings were born, We were sent to make a lot more ether, but he knew exactly where it would be going. Most of it would be going to her. While the rest of us, well, the rest of us would suffer. When we were out, we were being stalked by other ghouls like yourself. But then, instead of ghouls that found us first, it was the House of Devils. They told us to surrender and join their house or die. We refused, but they said they'll give us a few weeks. Or a few months, sorry. Deku then suggested we move locations. His sister said, "No, you stay there. You do not leave that place. We need the ether." As Deku just then stands up and says, "I prefer that we do not do anything too rash. If we are discovered, we will lose everything. I'd much rather let our newest generation die off than that the oldest die, then the little ones." I saw that he was willing to make the biggest and hardest sacrifice. We even told her, "I know that's not what you wish to hear, but it's the truth." She had us all thrown away into a makeshift cell. Then the fallen House of Devils broke through our door. We argued. Shots were fired. We all fell down. Then two ghouls appeared. They broke open the cell. He just sat there, unabided and unabated. Then we killed them. Not permanently, but then, well, Deku slammed his arm against the wall of a cave that we were in. It collapsed. There was a girl, cowering in fear. By this time, we had all started to remove our house colors, because we were so fed up of it all. As she would continue explaining, everything when she was up in space with House of Exiles, then Tanix the Scarred, one of Tanix the Scarred's assassins came to try and kill Deku, her, and everybody else. Obviously, that assassin failed, but before everything else, she turned up herself, and Deku ripped her lower arms off. Well, her upper arms off. As that's when she thinks that the assassin was hired. As Mason continues sitting there, as his ghost sort of backs off, saying, "Damn, so you suffered that much, all the way up till this time." As Uraka just nods, saying, "Yes." As, well, Mason says, "I got a better idea. Let's put some stones over him. Make a stone burial." As, well, they do. As they, well, kind of leave. After 2 more months have passed, something says, "Found you. Time to wake up." That's actually where I'm leaving it. Leaving it on a cliffhanger, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. See you all next one. Peace. Oh, wait. Oh,